At the turn of the century, the awareness of DNA entered the collective consciousness of the world. Most humans, having incarnated into this, do not know that we entered with a divine blueprint and a set of instructions. We know that 3% of those instructions make up our physiology. Carl Sagan wrote that most of our genetic information is 97% unused DNA. We are beginning to see significant strides in detecting various forms of other energy, something like spirit, which is detached from the human experience. These energies and measurement tools that surround our planet and perhaps many other rocks in the universe are diverse. There is the Kardashev scale that is measured in watts to see how much energy a civilization is able to use. There are orders of magnitude to measure energy and thermal production, radio signals and television frequency. There are perimeter beams and geoneutrinos that measure heat. In our ingenuity, we have studied energies from their illuminance to their density. In the quantum realm, from hydrogen wave function to electromagnetic radiation as well. Most of these energies hold little interest for the newly awakening human unless they are a physicist or a genetic engineer. People walk around performing daily tasks with little awareness of what goes on outside them unless it rains. Frequencies of light and sound bombard the body, pulling and pressing the earth and her systems into gradual shapes, many of which affect the emotional, mating, and mortality of the human system. The human audio spectrum is measured in hertz, or one cycle of frequency per sound. We are able to hear sounds from 12 hertz to 5,000 hertz. Middle C on the piano is 262 H. Most dogs respond to sound at 62.5 H on this system. Most of the interesting frequencies that the average people know revolve around the love frequency, which is actually the call to mate. Scientists believe that there are 4 types of love or bonding energies that reside within each particular frequency. Some types of love have more than one call, indicating specific types of sexual activity. Some types of signals elicit help and assistance. I will include the spiritual love of God here as well. Pheromone smells, hormone emissions, DNA heredity calls, eye attraction, and need-based imitations are a few motives we have to couple. Once the initial attraction has occurred, the emotional connections are made and sound frequencies surround the emerging union, further engaging into the type of love they are to experience. We all know that these frequencies change as couples grow or separate. The frequencies might need to be reversed to those of an earlier time if passion is to be returned. Solfeggio frequencies make up the 6 ancient 6-tone scale thought to have been used in sacred music, specifically the Gregorian chants. The chants and their tones were believed to impart spiritual blessings and were sung in harmony. Each solfeggio tone is comprised of a sound required to balance the energy of the chakras. They range from 364H to 852 and above. Meditation gurus and yogas use all of the sound frequencies according to their properties to call forward to heal. The highest sound frequency of love is 1122H. It is a celestial noise and it's used to love God and to repair our DNA. Agape love frequency, 528, is the top love frequency between human beings. It resonates on a tuning fork to a high C, D, or an F. The cello, violin, and human voice are able to carry this frequency. It's the most often made sound when people are in love. They gaze often into one another's eyes and hum, or ah, or yeah. It's a warm sound, and it's the base of the Pachelbel's canon, the wedding march. The crown chakra is activated when people are in love, and the color sequence is white and violet. As well as 528, spices are important: bay leaves, cardamom, cinnamon, basil, and so on. Flowers that emit certain smells also, honeysuckle, red carnation. These things also stimulate people to love as well as sound frequencies. Of course, it's all up to you as to who you want to entice. Sometimes your frequencies go out and they are not received by those that you wish that they were. Areas of romantic love are tricky. You may pick up on those frequencies and you think it's about love when actually it's about a sexual habit. Sadomasochistic behaviors are also often called this way, but I must tell you that they are not called at the 528. They are called below the 100 frequency, where most actions are carried out at a base level and are really used to escalate war. Filial, or warm platonic love, is a 440. It radiates pink blue, and it's most often platonic, non-sexual, celibate, and it is heard, they say, on the A string, and it has the intensity of a race car motor. Storge love frequencies hover in the 200 range. This is based upon the affection we have with others with which we share the same goals. It's parental, children love, the way we love our animals. It's commitment without sexual love. It's where the English court used it in chivalry for the knights of old. The frequency note is found in the theme from the Star of Star Wars, The Return of the Jedi. Eros is a bittersweet emotional and sexual love that takes place between committed partners. The tone lies in the lower 300 frequency level and is characterized by the orbit of the asteroid Eros. Some have said it's the A diminished chord, and it is used by the Catholic Church, which knew about the sacred tones since they studied the music of the spheres. It's characterized by the colors red and orange, thus the color of the higher vestments in the Vatican. One could say that it was important with Eros love in the clergy, as the nuns and the priests are vowed to the Christ. Love frequencies below the 20 Hz level are lethal. No songs to this date use a sub-20 Hz bass, as they are frequencies of sadism, torture, and massive upheaval. Military marching, war-making resonate at this frequency. The hum of cadence is located here. Bondage, snuff, and other abhorrent sex practices vibrate in this 20 Hz frequency as well. All natural disasters, from avalanches to earthquakes, roar below the 20 Hz. The only animal to communicate at this level is the humpback whale and the tiger. We humans and animals are not free. We are driven by universal forces in constraint and release, according to vibrating and oscillating frequencies from where, we're not sure. We feel and act according to the designs of some puppet master. Back and forth frequencies disturb our emotional and biological systems without restraint. It would seem that we resonate between 1122 and the 20 Hz frequency without much difficulty until something pushes us below the safety zone. When we are weighed down with hate and violence, we are dampened to minimize our energy consumption. Our planet is almost at capacitance, and population control methods may be the prime function of a negative 20. It's the goal of lightworkers and metaphysicians to bring up the frequency to at least the Storge range of 200. 528 is the best. 528 frequency. Until next time, this is Reverend Joe.